Auditory processing, association, activity 2. I'm going to ask some questions that begin with, what can you find in a? Then I will say 4 words. Check all of the words that answer the question correctly. Number 1, what can you find in a house? Boy, elephant, sister, car. 2, what can you find in a tree? Dog, cat, stove, monkey. Number 3, what can you find in a hole in the ground? Mole, worm, bird, baby. Question 4, what can you find in a canoe? Seat, house, paddle, tree. Question 5, what can you find in a tent? Bugs, boy, pumpkin, cot. Question 6, what can you find in a zoo? Giraffe, spoon, bear, banjo. Question 7, what can you find in a lake? Fish, desk, boat, pig. Question 8, what can you find in a desert? Camel, raisin, sand, lizard. Question 9, what can you find in a nest? Bird, gift, ball, eggs. Question 10, what can you find in a pond? Frog, lamb, water, weeds. Question 11, what can you find in a motel? People, frog, television, bed. Question 12, what can you find in a hole in a tree? Star, squirrel, toad, nut. What can you find in a barn? Tiger, cow, wolf, pig. Question 14, what can you find in a jungle? Broom, lion, ship, panther. Question 15, what can you find in a stadium? Ball, boat, referee, people. Question 16, what can you find in a restaurant? Waiter, doll, pie, waitress. Question 17, what can you find in a forest? Skyscraper, trees, elevator, animals. Question 18, what can you find in a pyramid? Bats, kite, mummy, treasure. Question 19, what can you find in an igloo? Mosquito, Eskimo, gorilla, ice. Question 20, what can you find in a haunted house? Catfish, ghost, spider, skeleton. Association, Activity 2, Part 2. I'm going to ask some questions that begin with, what can you find in a? Then I will say 4 words. Check all of the words that answer the question correctly. Question 21. What can you find in a circus tent? Clown, canoe, elephant, trapeze. Question 22. What can you find in a swamp? House, alligator, tent, snake. Question 23. What can you find in a castle? Kangaroo, king, queen, dinosaur. Question 24. What can you find in a ranch? Horse, seal, cowboy, zebra. Question 25. What can you find in a hospital? Bicycle, doctor, volcano, nurse. Question 26. What can you find in a school? Teacher, scarecrow, children, principal. Number 27. What can you find in a garage? Lawnmower, sidewalk, car, lake. Question 28. What can you find in a hot dog bun? Soup, hot dog, relish, syrup. Question 29. What can you find in a rocket ship? Paddle, fuel, propeller, astronaut. Question 30. What can you find in a greenhouse? Plants, dirt, clothing, windows. Question 31. What can you find in a ship? Anchor, plants, rope, greeting cards. Question 32. What can you find in a barnyard? Goat, van, chick, swing. Question 33. What can you find in a bakery? Doll, cake, flour, orange juice. Question 34. What can you find in a cocoon? Moth, tadpole, fly, butterfly. Question 35. What can you find in a dresser drawer? Socks, gum, sweater, sheets. Question 36. What can you find in a basement? Silverware, furnace, bed, tools. Question 37. What can you find in a drugstore? Medicine, tricycle, card, lipstick. Question 38. What can you find in a post office? Milk, stamps, envelopes, boots. Question 39. What can you find in a garden? Carrots, tuna, flowers, marshmallows. Question 40. What can you find in a mall? Range, doors, restaurant, desks. Association, Activity 2, Part 3. I'm going to ask some questions that begin with what can you find in a? Then I will say 4 words. Check all the words that answer the question correctly. Number 40. What can you find in a mall? Rain, stores, restaurants, desks. Question 41. What can you find in a stable? Hay, horse, tiger, syrup. Question 42. What can you find in Washington, D.C.? Statue of Liberty, President, monuments, pyramids. Question 43. What can you find in an aquarium? Sharks, lions, cats, catfish. Question 44. What can you find in a barber shop? Medicine, scissors, safe, brushes. Question 45. What can you find in a bank? Teller, safe, plumber, money. Question 46. What can you find in a refrigerator? Eggs, ketchup, rice, lettuce. Question 47. What can you find in a doghouse? Bone, puppy, kitten, fleas. Question 48. Playground. What can you find in a playground? Merry-go-round, scissors, salmon, slides. Question 49. What can you find in a cave? Flowers, bats, bears, moss. Question 50. What can you find in a courthouse? Shopping cart, judge, jury, lawyer. Question 51. What can you find in a harbor? Airplane, ship, teacher, water. Question 52. What can you find in a museum? Skeleton, canoe, glass case, broken pots. Question 53. What can you find in a doctor's office? Teller, screens, needles, cotton balls. Question 54. What can you find in a city? Building, bus, silo, taxi. Question 55. What can you find in a movie theater? Popcorn, tent, screen, tray. Question 54. What can you find in an airport? Anchor, helicopter, dock, jet. Question 57. What can you find in a lumber yard? Wood, clothing, nails, candy. Question 58. What can you find in a grocery store? Gasoline, cereal, secretary, cashier. Question 59. What can you find in a motorhome? Table, attic, basement, steering wheel. Question 60. What can you find in an ocean? Frog, octopus, tree, lobster.